What's poppin', ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. How you doing? Now on today's vid, we are covering episode 13, the season finale of the solo leveling series, and this one was hard to watch. Not just because it was the final episode of the season, but because, I mean, there was just some sad shit. But we'll get to that in a second. Let me just quickly say thank you guys so much for all the support that you guys have given me throughout the series. I came from being a short YouTuber to long form content. I've been trying to find my identity with this shit, and you know, you guys really pulled through, you know, on this one, so thank you guys very much. And with that being said, if you guys want more solo leveling content and want me possibly to cover the manhwa, then get this video to 6K likes. I mean, we can keep it going. This train don't need to stop. So for those that want that to happen, then dropping a comment, sharing the vid, and just watching the video till the end also helps. And subscribe, because I mean, it's the last one, man. This is tough. And just so y'all know, I ended up adding a bunch of manhwa information into this video just because they cut a lot of shit out from this episode and y'all seem to enjoy it. So yeah, just letting you know. But with all that out the way, there's only one last thing to say. Volume warning. Let go! Now, on our last episode, we see our GOAT Jinwoo pull up to Jeju Island in order to save the Korean hunters from a second jumping session, let alone saving them from the demon ant that packed them up before, which caused our GOAT to run the ones with this demon ant and pack his ass up too. Bro got absolutely smoked. Started shitting his pants and everything. But there was still just one problem. Because even though our boy made Beru look like free eats, Ha-In was still dying from the first jumping session, and our boy Jinwoo was in the process of trying to heal her. Which takes us to episode 13, where we see our boy turning his head to the cameraman that's streaming the whole raid and telling him, hey, my boy, you need to shut that shit off right now. And the reason he's telling the cameraman that he need to shut off the stream is because what he's about to do next cannot go public. Because we about to do some godly level shit. So boom, we see the cameraman shut off the stream because Loki, he felt threatened, and Jinwoo starts walking up to Byung-Yu's body. And without even deliberating with any of the other S ranks, Jinwoo starts trying to hit this man with the arise, but it fails the first 2 times because Byung-Yu was just trying to sleep in peace. He said, please bruh, just let me go. But Jinwoo said, shut your ass up, Cha-In is in danger, get your ass up. And by the 3rd time, he got up, turning Byung-Yu into one of Jinwoo's shadow soldiers, which from an outside perspective looks freaky as shit because he just resurrected somebody from the dead. So this has Yunho, his best friend, pulling up on Jinwoo saying, hey my boy, what is you doing to my homie? But without even giving Yunho an explanation, we see Byung-Yu's shadow soldier form get straight to work and starts healing Cha-In without even getting a command. Which is sad as shit to see, not just because of the fact that this man is a healer at heart even after death, but because of the fact that over like maybe the past 3 episodes, I was talking so much shit about how this man was a coward, yet apparently he's a W-mans, which for that I'm sorry. You know, R.I.P. Byung-Yu. Also, I'm noticing that my voice is cracking a lot. Yeah, it's gonna keep doing that. I'm sorry. But either way, after completely healing Ha-In, Yunho starts expressing to Jinwoo that he definitely thinks that Byung-Yu would be a good addition to his army, but begs him not to let Byung-Yu fight any longer just because he wasn't somebody that enjoyed the battlefield. Keep in mind, he's saying this while touching Jinwoo's shoulder, so there was like a 50% chance that Jinwoo was gonna turn around and beat his ass this time because, hey, you don't touch the king's shoulder. But because Yunho was making a heartfelt request, Jinwoo ended up agreeing and ended the extraction, causing Byung-Yu's shadow soldier to disappear with a smile on his face looking at his boy. Damn, that is sad as shit. But with our boy Sungjin Goat taking care of the demon ant situation and Ha-In situation, we head back outside where we see Jinwoo is escorting all the S-rank hunters back to the helicopter where they're to be extracted back to headquarters. But when they got to the helicopter, Jinwoo starts explaining to Yunho that he gonna stay behind just cause we still got a shit ton of mini ants to deal with, and for our boy that's free XP. And at this point, Yunho was basically out for the count. I mean, bro just lost his boy and found out he's trash, so he's like, alright bro, do what you gotta do. So from there, our boy just summons Keizo, starts flying off into the distance and starts wiping their ass out. Turns into pesticide for these ants. And after cleaning up all the queen's eggs, he ends up reaching level 100 to where he comes across the demon ant's body. So you already know damn well he wants to turn this thing into one of his shadow soldiers, and he starts hitting them with the arise, which at first had Jinwoo thinking that the extraction failed because of the fact that the whole room went black, but then after a few seconds found out that it actually worked, with bro also bestowing upon him the name Beru. And I don't think think there's any need for me to say it, but yeah, even after death, bro is still a demon, because he got a completely separate rank from all the other shadow soldiers, because he's on the level of a general, which for anybody that don't know the power scaling, that's about like national hunter level, at least way above S. I mean, he could definitely pack up Jinwoo. But after giving Beru his name, we then see Jinwoo head over to the queen's body, where he hits her with the arise and ends up finding out that she's actually useless, because her only inherited abilities was to either reproduce or command all the ants. And long story short, Jinwoo was not trying to run a democracy, so bro ends up exercising her ass, and then yeah, goes outside to help the rest of the hunters clean up all the mini ants. And you can see everybody. I mean, they brought back the captain from the first raid. Jo-heen is still getting screen time, which you already know was a dub, hashtag best girl. They brought back Min Sung shit for like the third time, you know. And obviously he in the bathroom crying like a little bitch, but still. And last but not least, which I completely forgot was in the manhwa, they ended up showcasing China's national level hunter, and that man was like Zoro. He pulled out both of his swords, made an X, and just violated these mini ants. Blew their ass up into smithereens. But with all the ants being taken care of worldwide, this marked the end of the 4th raid on Jeju Island, with it being a success, and then us heading over to the sad bit. The sad bit being us going over to the funeral to mourn all the people that died during the raid, with our boy Jinwoo looking spiffy as shit with a flower in hand to, you know, mourn our homie Byungyu. And during this time, a whole lot of people are talking about and with our boy Jinwoo. Like in the news, the opinion is split. On one side, you got people that think Jinwoo is the hero of the 4th raid, while other people think that he's kind of like an asshole because he came in late, with Goto and most of the Japanese hunters basically getting obliterated. So they were trying to figure out if it was like some kind of political scheme to take out Japan. But then you got people like Yunho saying like, hey bro, like dead ass, if it wasn't for you, we would have failed like 100%. Which then took us over to a conversation with the Korean Hunter Association chairman, and he's asking Jinwoo, hey bruh, like what you gonna do after this? With our boy calmly replying, I'm finna make the biggest guild ever. Period. And that shit finna be lit. Which then takes us to what I consider the most important piece of information for the coming 3rd season. Is what I would say if, you know, they actually gave us some information, because honestly they didn't give us that much. Because what we basically got was Dragon Ball Super Broly pulling up on these hunters alongside of like this high elf, and he basically knocked these hunters out with like the snap of his finger. And then after that he starts talking about an entity and starts questioning the fact that like he's helping the humans and that the hunt was still on, and that was about it. They both dipped. But what made this shit even weirder was that Jinwoo's father was there like infiltrating their ass. And I'm not going to spoil anything because y'all got pissed off just for the fact that I said Beru's name early. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that. And then finally we kind of start wrapping up the episode with us seeing Jinwoo stuck in traffic, and then he gets a phone call from Jinho and like the sister friend who I got no idea how she's still like relevant into the show. Please get rid of this character. I do not like her. Which we then see our boy having a conversation with the Korean Hunter Association chairman, and he's telling Jinwoo that there's a B rank dungeon in the middle of the highway, and yeah, can you go take care of that please? So we see our boy go inside of the dungeon, and then boom bitch, it's another red gate, which is like, how? And then finishes off the episode with one last aura farming moment, which I'm not gonna lie, look badass. Thank you guys so much for all the support on this series. Again, if you guys want me covering the manhwa, past episodes, past fights, anything, then get this video to 6K likes. I love y'all, I appreciate y'all, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye bye.